This is Every Days, the first 5,000 days. Created in 2021 by digital artist Mike Winkelmann, aka Beeple, aka Beeple_crap, it's a collage of 5,000 different artworks created every day since 2007, and then combined into one massive image. You may have heard this in the news as it recently became the most expensive digital artwork in the world, potentially heralding a new age in the way art is bought and sold. But as the name suggests, for Beeple this was anything but a get-rich-quick scheme. The first 5,000 days became the first digital artwork ever to go up for auction at the world-famous Christies. On the 11th of May 2021, around 22 million people were watching the live stream, including the artist himself. The starting bid was $100, it quickly rose and reached $14.75 million, a sum which the artist himself described as
like an absolutely ridiculous amount.
But the price continued to rise, eventually becoming the third most expensive artwork ever sold by a living artist, at $69,346,250. At which point, if you're throwing that much money at something, they should really have offered to chuck a few extra grand in, make it a nice round $69,420 for the memes. Upon seeing the final amount, Beeple reacted as any normal American would.
I'm going to Disney World!
But what do new owners actually own? A JPEG? Seriously? 69 million bucks, they don't even get a PNG? Those stingy motherfuckers. What they actually own is an NFT. NFT stands for Non Fungible Token. This is basically proof of ownership of a digital property. To understand NFTs, you first need to understand blockchain, which is the technology that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are based on, and no one really does. Like really, deep down. Everyone has a friend or a cousin who says they do, but they don't. Listening to them try and explain it is like listening to a Scottish person. We all pretend to know what they're talking about, but in all honesty, it's all a bunch of gibberish, and deep down they know it too. The idea of blockchain is to keep records of ownership of something that exists in the digital world. Theoretically, something that only exists in digital form can be easily copied and reproduced by anyone in the world. With blockchain, you will always know who the true owner is. When you buy a traditional canvas, you own the canvas, and it's unique, and you're the only person in the world who can look at this thing that may have existed for centuries and be steeped in history. Other people can look at a photo of it, but they can't look at it from any angle, touch it, smell it, lick it, bite it, whatever floats your boat. But when you buy digital art, you look at the same image as everybody else. You have no exclusive rights to this image, everyone else in the world can view it exactly the same way, but you get a receipt. Even before this auction, some of the prices being paid for NFTs do seem a tad exorbitant. A Banksy worth $95,000 was recently burned and registered as an NFT, which then sold for $400,000 once it no longer actually existed. And Nyan Cat, a gift from 2011 that has been shared billions of times, was sold for $600,000, and literally nothing in the world seems to have changed. Still go to the website, view it, share it, tweet it, but now apparently someone somewhere in the world owns a receipt for it. So now I've explained how digital art works in, I believe, completely forensic detail, let's get to the specific artwork in question. On the 1st of May 2007, Mike Winkelmann did a sketch of his Uncle Joe, and every single day since he's made and shared a piece of art. That includes his wedding day and the birth of his children. If your missus is understanding enough to be fine with you drawing on those days, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's your get out of jail free card for life right there. Hey honey, have you mowed the f***ing lawn? Nah, I'm doing a f***ing drawing. You know I can't miss a f***ing day. Boom. Checkmate. Preston is set. No way out now, Mrs. Beeple_crap. And a lot of his stuff's actually very good. A few of them really aren't, but a lot of it I really like. It's used different styles from the surreal to abstract, to fancy landscape, to cyberpunk, to, I want to say satire, and whatever this is, to, moving on. And remember, each of these was created in just one day. No, I'll finish it tomorrow, one day. Also, no days off, no stockpiling of work so we can release something and have an easy day. And to anyone who's experienced a lack of motivation, writer's block or a creative slump, that's pretty damn impressive. And by the sounds of it, this Beeple bloke's an all-round solid geezer. He's really well known and respected in the online art community and always willing to help artists starting out, so good luck to him. In the research I've done for this script, he really comes across as a pretty cool guy, or as the comment section on YouTube call him, the most gangster nerd ever, a legend, and the Gordon Ramsay of CGI, although that last one might have more to do with how much he swears. After reading so many stories of the stereotypical struggling artist, it's nice to see artists finally getting paid in their lifetime for years of work. And the artists carry on getting paid too. In 2020, Beeple sold the NFT for Crossroads for $66,666, and within a year it was resold for $6.6 million. And usually that means some hedge fund manager or speculator has just flipped it and run off for a big wad of cash, and the artist gets nothing. But the great thing about this form of art trading is in the majority of cases, including this one, the artist automatically receives 10% of any resale amount. So this could revolutionise the art world, putting the profit in the pockets of the people who deserve it. Or this whole concept could collapse next year and lots of artists could be left out of pocket after paying massive fees to convert money and list artworks on auction sites if and when the bubble bursts. Literally no one knows where this will be in 5, 10 or 100 years. Now, there are some quite concerning aspects of the story still emerging, such as people questioning whether the sale strictly counts as an NFT transfer due to the manner it was carried out in, to accusations of an under-the-table deal before the auction took place, rendering the auction itself a sham and a publicity stunt, to people trawling through Beeple's early works and finding some very questionable material. And in the wider picture of art NFTs in general, there are already accusations of people minting and selling artwork they have no right to without the artist even knowing, and there's no easy way to regulate the minting process. Then there's the environmental impact. The technology that runs these crypto blockchain thingamajigs uses a lot of energy for each transaction, and as the number and complexity of transactions increases, so could the environmental impact. The amount of energy being used to mine crypto is already estimated to be more than some countries, and that doesn't show any signs of slowing anytime soon. Some people have gone so far as to describe the crypto art scene as a crime against humanity. So at the end of the day, this could either be the dawn of a brave new world with artists being paid for their work, or it was all a massive scam and it'll eventually lead to the end of the world. Thanks for watching. I upload a new video on the second Sunday of every month, so if you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe and leave me a comment if there's any other artists you'd like me to cover. See you next month.